Today's topic is Earth's magnetism. As we know, a freely suspended magnet always stops in north-south direction. Why it is so? Because our Earth behaves like a big magnet. This magnet or this is called Earth's magnetism. Every magnet has its magnetic field. So magnetic field due to this magnet or Earth's magnet is called Earth's magnetic field. Earth's magnetic field is a non-uniform magnet. That is, its value changes from point to point. The order of Earth's magnetic field is about 10 raised to the power minus 5 Tesla. The cause of Earth's magnetic field is not exactly known, but some scientists explain it. The very first attempt was made by scientist Gilbert. According to Gilbert, a strong magnet is supposed to be placed inside the Earth. So Earth behaves like a magnet. The second explanation is the Earth's magnetic field may be due to the conventional current on the surface of liquid at the core of Earth. Core of Earth is made of liquid of iron and nickel. Due to some disturbances, some conventional current produced on the surface of liquid, and every current loop behaves like a magnet. So our Earth behaves like a magnet. Another explanation is the Earth's magnetic field may be due to the cosmic rays. What are cosmic rays? Cosmic rays are the beam of electrons and protons coming from exosphere. Electrons and protons are charged particles, so when they move, they constitute a current. And every current conductor produces electric field. So it may be the cause of Earth's magnetic field. Another explanation of Earth's magnetic, it may be due to the rotation of Earth about its polar axis. As Earth rotates about this polar axis, all the charges, electron, proton, and other charges rotate about polar axis along with the Earth. These rotating charge particles produce or constitute a current loop, and every current loop is like a magnet. So our Earth behaves like a magnet. So these are some possible causes of Earth's magnetic field. Now, suppose this is Earth, and we can consider it just like an sphere. When you suspend a magnet, it does not stop in exact north-south direction, but it stops slightly different from geographical north-south or into different division direction. For example, the Earth, and this is geographical south and north. This is magnetic south and north. Now, a line passes through geographical south and geographical north is called geographical axis, and a line passes through magnetic south and magnetic north is called magnetic axis. Now, if we take a paper like that, and this is exact geographical line, and this is magnetic line. If we draw a plane, or if we can say plane, perpendicular to geographical north and south is called geographical meridian, and if we draw a plane vertical to magnetic north and south is called magnetic meridian. So there are two meridians, geographical meridian and magnetic meridian. Geographical meridian, a plane perpendicular to geographical north and south. Magnetic meridian, a plane perpendicular to magnetic north and south. Now, suppose this is magnetic meridian and this is geographical meridian. Now we come to the topic, elements of Earth's magnetic field. Elements of Earth's magnetic field. As you know, Earth's magnetic field is a non-uniform magnetic field. It means its value changes from one point to another. So if we have to locate or calculate the Earth's magnetic field at a particular point, three parameters are required. These parameters are called elements of Earth's magnetic field. Very first element is angle of declination. Angle of declination represented by theta. Once again, I try to explain these three elements of Earth's magnetic field. Suppose yellow pen, geographical meridian, blue pen, magnetic meridian. This is geographical meridian, this is magnetic meridian, and this is the suspended magnet. This suspended magnet is like that. It doesn't stop horizontally, but it makes an angle from horizontally magnetic meridian. Once again, suppose this is magnetic meridian, this is geographical meridian, and the B or the total magnetic field. Once again, geographical meridian, magnetic meridian, and this is magnet, suspended magnet. The direction of this red pen is the direction of magnet or the direction of resultant Earth's magnetic field at the place represented by this B. So what is angle of declination? Angle between geographical meridian and magnetic meridian is called angle of declination. In the figure, this theta is the angle of declination, angle between magnetic meridian and geographical meridian. Angle between magnetic meridian and geographical meridian. Is called angle of declination. Angle of declination represented by theta. Its value almost remains constant. Now, the second element is angle of inclination or angle of dip. Number 2, angle of inclination or angle of dip represented by delta. Angle of dip. Now, once again, geographical meridian, magnetic meridian, and suspended magnet. Angle between the suspended magnet and horizontal line in magnetic meridian, that is angle between this red pen and blue pen, is called angle of dip. Or we can say angle between the resultant of Earth magnetic field and horizontal line in magnetic meridian is called angle of dip. This angle of dip can change. How? If we take this suspended magnet at the pole, then it becomes vertical. It means angle of dip becomes 90 degree, and at equator this magnet becomes parallel, or we can say angle of dip becomes 0. So angle of dip means angle between total Earth's magnetic field, Earth's magnetic field and horizontal horizontal line in magnetic meridian. In magnetic meridian. This is called angle of drift. The third element is horizontal component of Earth's magnetic field. Horizontal component of Earth's magnetic field. Now, once again we can understand by this geographical meridian, magnetic meridian, and suspended magnet. The component of this total Earth magnetic field along the horizontal line in magnetic meridian is called horizontal component of Earth's magnetic field. That is total magnetic field B and angle is delta. So component of this magnetic field along this line is called horizontal component of Earth magnetic field, and component perpendicular to this horizontal line is called vertical component. We consider here horizontal because Earth's horizontal component of Earth's magnetic field affect our day-to-day life, the magnet and some other reactions. So we study horizontal component. Suppose total Earth magnetic field at this angle of D. The component of B along this horizontal line in magnetic meridian is called horizontal component, and this is called vertical component. The component of total Earth's magnetic field, total Earth's magnetic field along horizontal line in magnetic meridian. Magnetic meridian is called horizontal component of Earth's magnetic field. Now, we have to draw a relation between different elements of Earth's magnetic field. The total Earth magnetic field is B. So, horizontal component BH is equal to B cos delta. This is the horizontal component, and the vertical component BV is equal to B sin delta. Now, if we squaring and adding 1 and 2, squaring and adding equation 1 and equation 2, what happens? BH square plus BV square is equal to B square cos square delta plus B square sin square delta, or BH square plus BV square is equal to B square cos square delta plus sin square delta, or we can say magnetic field B is equal to square root of BH square plus BV square. This is the total Earth magnetic field at the place. Now, if we divide equation 2 by 1, if we divide equation 2 by equation, we get equation 2 divided by equation 1, BV upon BH is equal to B sin delta upon B cos delta, or we can say tan delta is equal to BV upon B. So we can calculate angle of different place. suppose at any point on the earth, horizontal and vertical component becomes equal. If BV is equal to BA, and what happens? Then angle of delta, angle of dip 1, tan delta 1, or we can say angle of dip is equal to 45 degree. Now, some special cases. As you know, when you bring a suspended magnet at the pole, it becomes vertical, or angle of dip becomes 90 degree. At poles, angle of dip delta is 90 degree, cos 90 0. What is horizontal component? BH is equal to B cos delta, or we can say B cos 90 and cos 90 0. So this is horizontal component BH, or BH is equal to 0. So total magnetic field B becomes B. At poles, the total earth magnetic field becomes vertical. That's why a suspended magnet becomes vertical, and horizontal component is 0. So a compass needle can stay in any direction. Now, what happens at equator? At equator, angle of dip is 0 because suspended magnet becomes horizontal. Angle of dip delta 0, and what is cos 0? Cos 0 1. So the horizontal component BH is equal to B cos 0 is equal to B. So, and what is vertical component? B is equal to B sin 0, sin 0 0, so B becomes 0. So total earth magnetic field at equator becomes B is equal to BH.